Well, Harvard University, where all three of us went, now forcing inclusion, it says, by blocking students from being sports team captains if they're in a single-sex fraternity, sorority, or so-called finals clubs. They would also be banned from certain scholarships, including the Rhodes Scholarships and other campus opportunities. Does this make any sense?
We used to hang out in the student union
together.
We did. Fox News contributor Katherine Timpf joins us now to get her reaction to all of this. So in this report in March by the school's task force on sexual assault prevention says these clubs are deeply misogynistic and they have a strong sense of sexual entitlement.
So yeah, the all-female ones are also deeply misogynistic. This doesn't make any sense, especially because these aren't even officially recognized groups by the school. So where do you really draw the line with this? Like, if you want to hang out with a bunch of girls, you want to hang out with a bunch of guys, you can't do that. You can't get a scholarship. Also, how is taking away scholarships from a school that costs more than $63,000 a year making it more inclusive?
Right, that's a great point. I mean, these are unofficial, these are not sanctioned by the school, they're unofficial. So what other clubs you join? Maybe you're in archery. Maybe you have an archery club that's all men. Is that part of this?
Here's what Harvard is saying. This is from the Harvard University president saying the clubs in many cases enact forms of privilege and exclusion at odds with our deepest values. Obviously, they are continuing to want to push the envelope there for equality.
It's Harvard, not community college.
But I think that's a good question of where do you draw the line, right? I mean, at what point are we going to say we don't even need to have male and female sports teams?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that that's already going to be happening very soon, because it's almost like these schools are in some sort of PC off competition. I don't think that they really actually think it's going to make that big of a difference in terms of improving anything. They're just saying, look at us, look how inclusive we are, look how culturally sensitive we are. And that's really what's behind all of these kinds of things.
So on the one hand, you think, well, it's Harvard, so who cares? Because if you go to Harvard, all is lost anyway.
Well,
you know what I mean? And these are like entitled.
They're saying our commitment to inclusion.
Of course. But the principles, as you suggest, do matter. So since we're enforcing this principle that no one should exclude anyone else on the basis of anything, I assume they're applying the same standard to the race-specific organizations they have on campus too, right?
Right, obviously not, because it's not about logic, it's about this PC off that they're having, saying, hey, look at us, gender discrimination, we're not going to allow this to happen. But really, what they're doing is taking away opportunities that students could have based on if they want to hang out with all women or all men sometimes, which I think very normal.
What's driving this? Was there a group of women that really wanted to be a part of a fraternity and they were shut down? Or is this one person complaining?
Were there a lot of sexual assaults coming out of the Fly Club?
This is just what people talk about now. They say, hey, let's look around for something that could be a problem or be skewed as discrimination. And that's what happens when that's all you're talking about and all you're thinking about. Logic goes out the window because you have to think too hard about what can be offensive.
Microaggression.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure what they're trying to get out of this one. No. When I think of sororities, I think of my girlfriend sitting around talking about how hot Ryan Gosling is, eating cookie dough. I mean, you're telling me, you can't run for office.
That's
what
you're
doing.
Well, that's a disqualifying activity.
No cookie dough for you.
Tucker was eating cookie dough.
That was a lot of it.
Thanks, Kev.
Little pizza parties. Well, a tow truck driver coming under fire this morning for refusing to pick up a stranded driver with a Bernie Sanders sticker on her car.